Hello, my name is Araceli Moreno-Coy. I'm a doctor in art history, and I will talk to you about the representation of Andalusian weaponry painting, specifically the dagger. The dagger is a type of weapon that was used in the narrative panoply. This bladed weapon is characterized, as we can observe, by two discoidal appendages called discs or ears, in which the pommel is divided. One important item King Boabdil, Mohammed I, lost after the Battle of Lucena in 1483 was the dagger, in addition to the clothing he was wearing and his sword. The dagger was then given by the Catholic kings to Don Diego Fernández de Córdoba as a Thanksgiving gift for his help in the fight against the Nari population. This object of Andalusian material culture was preserved by the descendants of the first Marqués de Comares until the 20th century. The hilt of the dagger of Boabdil is made of ivory and is decorated with vegetal motifs and not. The sheath is made of leather and shows the coat of arms of the Nari dynasty. This weapon was manufactured in the royal workshops and served as an element of exhibition in public acts for the wealth of its materials, among which is ivory, and for hiding ornamentation of meticulous work. It was a weapon offered as presents to Granadan courtiers and Christian elites. This type of weaponry became a material asset highly coveted by Christians, considered as an object of luxury and social ostentation. It then widely spread across the Iberian Peninsula between the 15th and 16th centuries, and also in Italy. It's for this that the Christian artisans reproduced it. We can see a design made by a Valencian silversmith, which you can observe the handle of a dagger with a decoration based on vegetal elements very similar to the ornamentation used in the dagger of Boabdil. Another example where you can observe the Christian attraction to Andalusian weaponry is this drawing, which represents a sheath with the narrative coat of arms in the authority decoration. It's the characteristic emblem of the narrative monarchy. It consists of a shield with a transverse band which carries the Galiba, or official motto of the Sultanate, Kala Galib ila Allah, written in Islamic calligraphy. This motto, that translates to "There is no victor but God," appears in all artistic manifestations of narrative art. Among the daggers that have reached the Christian society, you have this weapon, decorated with the coat of arms of the Mendoza family. The piece could have been commissioned by Íñigo López de Mendoza, mayor of Alhambra, from the Nasrid workshops that maintained their operations even after the conquest of Granada. The desire for this type of weapon settled among the nobles and kings, and we see them portrayed wielding these weapons. Among the examples, we can highlight various works where Carlos I appears with his fine ring floating his power. Having a portrait taken holding this type of weapon was a fashion that escaped the borders of the Iberian Peninsula, as shown by several effigies of the young Edward VI of England, richly dressed in velvet and brocade, holding tightly a dagger. It seems that the dagger carried by the young king would have belonged to his father's armory, and was settling made by the Spanish master swordsmith Diego de Sayas, who worked for some of European royal houses, among which was of Henry VIII. We have shown, through the representation of narrative weaponry paintings, the cultural and artistic exchanges among the Muslims and Christians in the Spanish peninsular territory. The dagger was an object appreciated as an asset with high quality. Not everyone could own it, and it's for the reason that it was wielded by the majesties as a symbol of power. To close, you can see this kind of dagger in the scene of adoration of the Magi, whose personalities were also kings. They, with the richness of their clothing and carrying this type of weapon, demonstrate their elevated social position.